A kid who got pushed around every day suddenly finds out he's got 3 uncles in the mafia. Turns out every single one of them is a jacked badass, and they're filthy rich to boot. One of his uncles even takes him out every day in a convertible, showing him what real luxury feels like. But during a surfing trip, some guy steals the spot Josh was using. Without missing a beat, his uncle steps in and handles the situation right then and there. The guy, though, isn't about to let it go and turns his attention on Josh instead. And the uncles aren't the type to back down, so they hand Josh a gun. The message was pretty clear. Show this punk just how small he really is. And also teach Josh a little lesson about how power is everything. Now, before all this, Josh hadn't actually been living with these uncles. But after his mom suddenly passed away, a lonely Josh reached out to his grandmother, who he hadn't seen in 10 years. She quickly brought him back to her massive mansion. The yard was packed with luxury cars. Cash was practically lying around everywhere. And Josh immediately felt like a total country bumpkin. That huge gap in lifestyle made him realize he was seriously out of his element. His uncles could see he was uncomfortable, so they just handed him a stack of cash without a word, and even made it a rule: don't come back until it's all spent. But just as he was getting lost in this lavish, money-no-object lifestyle, a shocking truth came to light. Turns out his grandma and uncles run the biggest crime family in the area, known as the Beast Crew. Everyone calls his grandmother Smurf, and their wealth was all built on the wrong side of the law. Since Josh had joined the family, his uncles were ready to bring him into the fold, but his grandmother was firmly against it. Right about then, another uncle, Pope, who just got out of prison, showed up back home. He immediately noticed Josh, the new face. This son of hers had always been the one she worried about most, and honestly, the one who scared her too, because Pope never followed orders, always did things his own way, and he made it clear he wasn't happy about this new nephew. The last thing he wanted was some weak link dragging the family down. So without telling anyone, Pope took Josh along on a job, and that ended up getting Josh hurt. After they got back, Pope made fun of him, calling him a gutless coward. The moment Josh talked back, Pope put him in a chokehold. Even though Smurf felt bad for Josh, she knew Pope was just trying to toughen him up. But Josh was so shaken by it all that he just ran back to his old place. Except after his mom died, there was nowhere left for him to go, leaving him with nothing but the streets. And wouldn't you know it, he ran into the same bullies who had been picking on him for years. This time though, Josh didn't back down. He went at them head on. That kind of fight or die energy completely threw off the bullies who thought they knew him. Right then, Josh realized something. Being strong can actually give you a kind of courage you never knew you had. So he decided to go back to his grandmother's place and finally commit to the family. But just as he was ready to make that move, his uncles suddenly found themselves in serious trouble.